Have you ever wondered how people save thousands of dollars? Stay tuned and I'll teach you how to save $10,000 in under a year. The average American has over $6,000 in credit card debt. So if that's you and you want to pay it off in under a year, stay tuned. We're talking just about that. Or if you want to save up a house down payment, if you want to pay off medical bills, or if you just want a stack of $10,000 cash. So first off, you need to decide, is this something you want to commit to? The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago or today. The best time to start saving money was 20 years ago or today. So write down the goal and commit to it. Don't wait for January 1st. Don't wait for the next season per se. Don't wait for the next job, the next promotion. Start today, and I'm going to teach you just how to do it. So first up is temporary budget cuts. Realize you don't have to do this forever. You can do this to just get over your credit card debt, pay off your medical bills, save up your down payment, and then you can go back to your normal lifestyle. So housing is the biggest cost for most people. I think most people could get a roommate or they could downgrade to a little less nice apartment for just 1 year and save about on average $300 per month. I think that would be attainable for most people if you're really being honest. The next biggest thing is food. So the average American spends $166 per month eating out. So let's just say $100 a month, we're going to temporarily divert that to savings, and we're still going to spend $66 per month. The next main category for most of us is transportation or fuel. So the average American spends $180 per month on fuel. I think we all could probably drive about 2/3 as often as we do. We could walk a little more, bike a little more, try to find weekend activities within walking distance just for like one summer. And I think that would make a big difference to your budget. So we're going to save $60 per month on gas or transportation costs. Next up is clothing. The average American spends $125 per month on clothing. So let's just cut that in half and let's just buy half the new clothes that we normally do. And we're going to save $60 a month temporarily on clothing. So subscriptions, let's be honest, we all can cut out probably one or two of our subscriptions. So we're not going to dive into that. We're just going to delete $30 per month of subscription costs. Fun money, one can debate. There's like the latte factor. Does it really matter? So in this math, I'm going to cut out $30 per month of fun money. So if we add up all these temporary budget cuts, we're now up to $580 per month in savings. And I'm going to round this down to 500. So you don't necessarily have to do all of them. This savings every month, we're not going to just keep it in our checking account where we have access to the cookie jar. We're going to move it to a separate savings account, or we're going to put the cash under our bed wherever we're not going to spend it. And so that's the first category, is to just lower our expenses. The next category is to get a side hustle or find a new way to raise your income. And so raising your income, I think, is maybe even easier for some folks. Some people are better at frugality, saving more money. Some people are better at making more money. So with getting a side hustle, there's a couple examples there. First off is easy. Just work overtime at the job you have. Stay an hour or two late every day. This is just a season. This might be a summer. This might be 1 year. But just pay off your medical bills, pay off your credit card debt, save up a house down payment, save up an emergency fund, and then move on with your life and go back to normal. Some other side hustle options: buy a $300 power washer. Go start power washing driveways and houses for $300 a piece. It'll be a return on investment of 1 day. That's excellent. Take a course on graphic design, photography, social media management. Buy a camera for even $1,000 and start doing photography. You might be able to make $500 to $1,000 a day doing photography on the side. Start doing freelance work if that's a thing in your industry. Maybe Airbnb out your spare room when your family's not staying there. Turo rent your car. Maybe clean Airbnb houses in your local community. You could do some dog sitting, cat sitting, mow lawn, shovel snow. I did that as a kid. Now I look back when I was trying to save up my first down payment, and it's like, why didn't I just do that for one summer? I already own a lawnmower and a shovel. It wouldn't really be that hard. Some people are super into fitness. You could absolutely do fitness training. There's always people in need of personal trainers, and they'd love to go on walks with you, learn how to do basic workouts. If you're handy, be a handyman. There's a dire need out there for anybody with handyman skills. If you can just do some touch up painting, restain a deck, tighten the door hinges, assemble furniture for people. Nobody wants to do those things anymore these days. Maybe you want to be a waitress or a server, make money on tips on the weekend. That's a guaranteed way to make more money. Making more money, whether it's overtime or a side hustle, again, move that second income, that extra income over to a separate savings account. All of these ideas here, I'm thinking you should be able to make about $500 a month on the side, whether it's working overtime, whether it's doing a side hustle, any of these things. Third option to make more money is when you get a raise, go into your bank account and set up an auto withdrawal. When you get your new paycheck that's higher, that difference from your old paycheck, transfer that to your savings account, and then just keep skimming that off the top so that you obviously can still live on your old paycheck just fine. Transfer that little bit of difference over to your savings account. Shockingly, that'll add up to a lot over time here. So now the math we're looking at here is $500 from lower expenses, $500 from a side hustle. That's $1,000 a month. Again, take your hand out of the cookie jar. Put that $1,000 a month into a separate savings account. Ideally, a high yield savings account, which are earning around 5% these days. So that's going to take you only 10 months and you're going to have $10,000 in your savings account now. And I remember when it was super hard for me to get a $1,000 emergency fund. But realistically, I had access to cut my expenses for 1 year to save up 10 grand to get a down payment on a house. I had access for 1 year to shovel snow in the winter, to cut grass on Saturdays for one summer. And I probably could have made that $500 per month. I maybe even could have made $1,000 a month cutting grass. Think of this as a challenge. Challenge a friend, challenge your spouse, challenge your boyfriend, your girlfriend, challenge yourself. You can do this. You can have $10,000 in savings within a year using these strategies here. And maybe you don't want to cut expenses and raise your income, so pick one of them and then save $500 a month. It'll be 20 months, a year and a half, a little bit over, and you'll have $10,000. If you do this, obviously, for longer periods of time, it really adds up. And then a high yield savings account at 5%, once you hit your $10,000 goal, that's going to be making $500 per year in interest with you doing nothing. That's awesome. The point here is that you just start small. You chip away a little bit. You just keep going. It's a long game. These are all tangible things that you and I can all do. All this stuff adds up over time into literally thousands and thousands of dollars. I hope that's encouraging, and stay tuned for the next video about how you can save up your first $100,000. Thanks all.